Well, I guess that I would say that it's important for people to understand that while it's frustrating and while we have every right to be cynical, the fact is you don't get to be at the table. Your voice isn't heard unless you show up. You can't say my vote doesn't count unless you're actually voting. You have to show up. You have to take ownership of your democracy. And this is our opportunity to show that citizen voices count more than campaign contributions, which means that we have got to be there on November 4th.
I, on the other hand, want to stick up for civil rights. I want to stick up for the people's liberties and fight against the big as bad as my campaign, the big money, the big power in Washington that is manipulating our system, that's lying to our people and steering the agendas. I want to be able to return that power back to the people. Monsanto has people going from the federal government back to Monsanto, from Monsanto to the federal government, instilling legislation, promoting legislation to squeeze out small and medium-sized businesses and farmers. And that's not in our best interest. That's an example of the kind of influence that's happening at big levels in the federal government that we need to fight against, because those are the civil liberties I want. I want us to be free of those type of influences that are harming our small businesses and small farms. So that's why I consider myself a Kennedy Democrat, is because we need to fight for our rights. We need to get involved in the political process. And that's the type of candidate I am, not a wealth redistribution candidate.